Hey everybody. Sorry I'm running a little bit late on my live, but my sister called right when we were getting ready to do the live, so I had to talk to her, of course, and see what was going on. So I hope everybody's having a happy Sunday. I'm getting a lot of stuff done today. I'm pretty excited and all that good stuff. So, but want to come on for a second. What's going on, Anthony? So I want to come on for a little bit and let y'all have a chance to meet Lisa Crowe. So y'all know, that we've been advocating for Lisa Crowe since I believe it was November. Since November, we've been advocating for Lisa. She was diagnosed with cancer while she was in the federal prison system, and she did not receive adequate treatment. Her fight to freedom was a very, very, very difficult fight. And at some point, too, I want everybody to hear from her fiance, Russell. How rare is it for a man to stick by a woman that was just not in prison, but also in a fight for her life to make it out of prison and live? So he stuck with her through that, and I think that alone is a story to tell. And so at some point, not only are we gonna just today we're gonna just hear from Lisa, but at some point also I want you guys to hear from Russell, her fiance that stood by her. But most of the time it's a lot. Not saying you guys, it's not any good guys out there, y'all, so I'm not saying that. But hey Juliet, how are you? I'm doing good. But I was running a little bit late because my sister ended up calling from prison today, so I had to take her call or whatever. But how rare is it, guys, for us to have a male that stand by you like Russell stood by Lisa? And y'all, I can tell y'all, this was a hell of a fight, getting Lisa's freedom. So Russell stood by. I'm gonna bring Lisa on right now, y'all. All right, so I'm adding Lisa. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you so much, y'all. I'm trying to get Lisa added now. Lisa, I think you got to accept it. Okay, it's connecting her now. Hey, Lisa.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good. So, guys, this is Lisa. This is Lisa Crowe. This is the person that we've advocated for. Everybody needs to see her face, and we're going to come on and talk a little bit, and we're going to continue to tell her story. So we're going to let her talk and say what she want to say. So go ahead, Lisa.
Yes, the first thing I did want to say is to let everybody know how much I appreciate her.
Lisa, we can't hear you very well.
Okay. How about now? Can you hear?
I can hear you now. Okay. Can you guys hear Lisa okay?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we can hear you.
Okay. I first want to say thank you to everybody who has stood with me, supported me for so long. There was times that the staff of the prison would come to me and tell me to tell my friends to stop calling and writing, and I would tell them no, I'm not going to do that. I also was special thanks to Marsha because she was at the beginning of this. Me and her Anderson was Virginia prison. I became so ill, and she became my main support there, and she introduced me to Christmas and Marva.
Hold on, Lisa.
Yeah.
It sounds like I hear some static in your background. Hold on, Lisa. Turn something down in your background. Yeah, that's what I can hear. Some background noise coming from Lisa.
Well, I hear the noise myself. It's not anything in the house. Let me see if Rose can figure it out.
Okay. Hold on, y'all. Give Lisa a second because it's a little static in her background, and I'm sure you ain't hear you guys. I want you guys to hear her.
Okay, how about right here? Let me try to.
Okay, that's better right there.
Okay, this good?
Yes.
Okay.
Does Russell have another phone or something, Lisa?
No, this is the only one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, this is the only phone.
Okay. Because it's like we hear
Yeah, I can hear
echo.
too. I can hear a bad echo as well.
Okay. Guys, just be patient for a second. We're just trying to make sure we get the volume right.
Still doing?
Okay. Yeah, it's like when she talks, it's like echoes. Okay, guys, just be patient with us. We just want to make sure. Lisa really wanted to come on. She's been resting all day, so she can come on. Hold on, what I'm gonna do is try to. Okay, so we'll re-bring them in. Can y'all still hear me? Okay. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. I'm assuming y'all can. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna bring Lisa. Lisa gonna come back in the room. Um, hold on, y'all. Let me try something. I'm gonna invite her this way and see. Maybe it's the way I invited her. Okay, it's not letting me add Russell. Okay, I think they gotta go out and come back in. So y'all, let's give them a minute. But Lisa really wants to come on and talk to you guys and just you have connection problems on your end, Deborah? Okay. It's gonna stay on here anyway, Deborah. So if you have a connection, that's okay. It's probably the connection she may need to hang up and come back. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. All right, let's see if we can bring Russell back. He said he changed them. Changed. All right, hold on. Okay. I'm adding them back now. Let's see how everything work out now.
Can you hear it any better?
Yeah, I can hear you better.
Yeah, I had to change some settings and close some stuff up.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so I'm back. All right, well, what I was saying, and I'm not sure how much everybody heard, so I'll kind of start out.
Start over, Lisa.
Okay. The beginning of this all started with Marsha King. I met her at Alderson, West Virginia, when I became so ill, and I couldn't get any medical attention. No matter how hard I tried, I went through the warden and the assistant warden and through the director of the medical staff, and they continued to refuse to do any test on me, even though I was a stage 4 cancer survivor who had positive cancer margins. And the whole time I was incarcerated from December of 15 until the end of January of 2020, I had not seen an oncologist to be checked up to see if my cancer had returned, even though I had symptoms since the end of 16, beginning of 17, that the cancer had returned. Through Marsha, I was introduced with Marva, and that became the change of my life. I owe my freedom to her. Through her, she was the one who got so many people, so many advocacies, all of you all behind me and supporting me. through that process, there was a lady named Georgie Narsons who came in, and she became as like my second mother. She never gave up on me. She spent countless hours, her and Marva both, to have people to support you like that and to love you who had never met you, who had never known you. You know, that's a blessing, and I'm so thankful for that. Congressman Davis and Mark Carter both supported me, backed me, and helped me from the very beginning, and it was a tough fight. Tommy Walker works diligently with Georgie Narsons and doing paperwork and fighting and advocating. And also Phyllis Hardy and her group went before Senate and stuff. And this wasn't just something one or two times. This was people who continued every single day for over a year. And I want to say thank you for that. It's something I can never repay to them. I want to thank all of you all because I know life is busy out here with our family and with work and with just what's going on in the world. And for you all to take the time to make the phone calls and write the letters and do all the things that you all did kept me going. The days that I felt like I wasn't going to make it, that I wasn't going to pull through, I wasn't going to make it home to see my family again, Marva would tell me of how you all were out here supporting me and what you all were writing, and it would put a smile on my face no matter how sick or how bad I felt. So thank you all for that. One of the things is when I got to Carswell, Texas, I was on the 4th floor, and that's where the hospital and stuff is. And the day I walked on that 4th floor was the hardest thing that I'd ever seen or experienced in my life. I had no clue that there was human beings living in the condition that they was living. It broke my heart, and I didn't know what to say or do. And the things that I seen, the things that I heard, and the things that I experienced over these past few years, I would have never believed if I didn't live this my own self. I fought so hard the whole time I was in there to try to get the help and try to get the assistance that I needed through the BOP, and every time I try to do something, the door continued to get shut on me. And through all my advocacies and Marva and Georgine and Tommy, they continue to fight. And I called Congressman Davis so many times, he probably got tired of hearing from me, but I was so thankful for that. But what I want people to understand out there, that though that I'm home, this fight isn't over. The fight is just beginning, not because what has happened to me, they've given me basically a death sentence. There's no cure for me. They let my cancer spread for too long, and it's metastasized throughout my whole body. So there's no fixing it. It's just to prolong my life. So now, what life I have left now is to try to fix the system so that this never happens again to someone else. So that when other inmates come in to the federal prisons, they get the proper medical attention and they get the proper treatment that they need and the proper tests that they need, so that if the cancer does come back or the heart disease gets worse or the diabetes gets worse, whatever the specialty is, that it can be caught in a time that they aren't given a death sentence. So like I said, this fight just begins, and I hope you all will continue to fight and to support me. And, Marva and I are planning on going to Congress and Senate and speaking and telling my story before them, because I have a very lengthy story of what I experienced, how hard I fought trying to get help. And sorry about that. I don't like my nose.
Okay.
Trying to get the help that I needed, and even getting at Carswell, Texas, when I was first there, I had been there for a few months and I'd never even seen a doctor. And I never understood that. And I had to go, there was a team of staff members through the RDAP team, and that's the Residential Drug Abuse Program. And I went to them and I pleaded for their help just to be seen by a doctor. And they were the one that helped get me the attention that I needed to be admitted into the hospital there, and that's where I was admitted and started at least getting a little bit of help with the problems that I was having. But the biggest thing for me right now is to continue all to have your all support and to support me and Marva. And Marsha's going to be home soon, and she's going to be fighting this with us. And we're hoping to get a law changed in my name and the Lisa Crowe bill to fix this to where this doesn't continue to happen to so many people. And if you all could only walk on that fourth floor for just 5 minutes to see how human beings are being treated, your all's life will never be the same. Mine will never be the same from the minute that I walked on that fourth floor at Carswell, Texas Federal Prison. And I want to say thank you all again. You all blessed my life, each and every one of you. You all didn't judge me for the choices that I've made in my life. You all loved me and didn't even know me, and I thank you all for that. You all helped me, push me through. You all helped me on the days I didn't think that I was going to be able to get out of the bed. You all helped me on the days that I was wanting to give up, and I thought that I couldn't fight anymore. And just knowing you all were out there supporting me, that helped me to fight. My family, their undying and endless love that they've had for me, I don't know what I would do without them. My son is my rock. I've never had a greater love for nothing in my life than I do him. And so all I thought about was getting home with him. I didn't want to die in prison. I wanted to be home with him so he could find closure, so that he could say goodbye, that this didn't affect him and ruin his life. So I'm glad to be home. I'm glad to have the support of my fiance, Russell. He stuck with me when I don't know of anybody else who would have. And that meant so much to me. And he's been a huge blessing in my life as well.
So y'all, so we heard this is just the beginning of telling Lisa's story. But we wanted you guys to see her face and hear her voice. So now we know life changed, where her life would never been the same the day she stepped in Carswell on the fourth floor. And Lisa has a story. And what we're going to do is we're going to start a fight to create the Lisa Crowe medical law for inmates. And that's to ensure that when inmates are sick and ill like Lisa, they are able to get adequate treatment. But what I ask you guys to do, we don't want to keep her on too long because she still has to rest, is to continue to support her. I've posted her Cash App. We're doing everything that we can to get her back strong. She was denied medical treatment. She didn't have the correct food to eat to get her body to where it is. So we want to extend her life, and we even still praying for God to give her a miracle to live. So we ask you guys to continue to support her, share this live, come on and hear her story, tell your friends, tell your family about it. But y'all, please make sure that we continue to stand behind Lisa Crowe, y'all, in her fight to change the laws for all inmates who come into prison or while they're in prison become ill. Did you want to say anything else, Lisa?
No, just bye, and that I love everybody. And I'll be staying in touch and keeping you all posted. I've went to my first oncologist appointment, just waiting on my blood work to come back to see if the new regimen of chemo and shots and radiation that they're wanting to do with me, if my body's going to be able to do this regimen. So I'll be going back on the 8th of July. So I pray that everything comes back good on my blood work to where I can start this new regimen of treatments to extend my life.
All right. So I'm going to disconnect you, Lisa, so you can get some rest. I'll, of course, give you a call a little bit later. Let me just talk a little bit for a couple minutes on your story, and then we'll talk later. Love you, Lisa.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. All right. So you guys finally got a chance to meet Lisa. I really, guys, we want to do everything that we can to support her. The goal is we want to come together and we want to create the Lisa Crowe medical law for inmates. We want to make sure that inmates, guys, a prison sentence is not a death sentence. you should not be denied medical treatment, guys, just because you're incarcerated. And because of the neglect and because Lisa wasn't treated for so long, it caused that cancer to get to the point that it is. So we're waiting to see from her blood work exactly what doctors can do to assist her. So keep a lookout. You'll hear a lot more from Lisa. She got a story to tell. I always say her name, Lisa Crowe alone, is so powerful to me. I feel so blessed and so just lucky that God connected us together, because it all started out with just a connection and a picture. And that's what I got. I got a picture and a letter. And from there, Lisa Crowe and I have been connected ever since. And I told Lisa when we connected, I said, I'm going to stick with you through this situation no matter what. A lot of you guys don't know that Lisa was advised 3 times and denied 3 times that she was going to come home. So she went through a lot while she was in prison, where a lot of people wouldn't have been able to get through what she got through, but she came through it, and she's still, guys, fighting for her life, so she can make sure that this story is told. When does her sister come home, and when does your cousin get? My cousin, Tina, that's my sister. Marsha is my sister. And Lisa's sister comes home in August. Okay, my sister is coming home Tuesday. Okay, guys, I'm going to post Lisa Cash App again. Guys, we know right now Lisa's in a situation where she needs us to do what we can to support her. She's in the process of going back and forth to the doctor. Thank you, Juliet. And so we want to do what we can to have her back. Georgine Arson, I know y'all see a lot of her posts. Georgine Arson is she is, I don't think I have the words, like, she is amazing. She is someone that also fights for, she specifically fights for people that are ill in prison to get them compassionate releases. And she also was a huge part. And that's why I told you guys this was not a one person team. This was, one person show. This was a team of us had to work. We all had to. I think we all had to even keep each other together at some time, because this thing was so emotional. Watching Lisa go through it, and sometimes I think all we could do is just email each other half of the time, because it was just so emotional, and because it was a fight for her life. Because we didn't want Lisa to die in prison. Lisa didn't want to die in prison. I told Lisa, I said, you will not die in prison. We're going to get you out of prison, and you're going to come home, and you're going to be able to work and get your body back on track. No one deserves for anyone to make the choice to deny them medical care, which caused the cancer to progress when it didn't have to progress, guys. So I'm gonna go. I'm still preparing for my sister to come home in the next couple of days or whatever. But that's the great thing of my sister that I love. Even with her being incarcerated, she put her freedom aside for a while to ensure Lisa Crowe and other women that we may not have even talked about, but made sure that their cases and their situation was addressed and they got their freedom. But I told her, I said, you know what? I said, you'll be a bigger assistant to them all if you get out here, and we could fight a little bit harder for them. And so we came together and fought for her freedom, because Marsha is needed out here. Her family needs her. Other inmates need her. And we still, like Lisa said, the fight just really began for Lisa. So let's continue to support her. We're going to hear more from her. I told her fiance Russell, I really want him to come on and talk to you guys too, because he went through it with her. And I really respect him, because, guys, how many men would stick with someone through going through what Lisa went through? But he stuck with her nonstop. Russell would call me, and he would call and do things too. Like, he didn't sit back and wait on me or wait on Georgine or wait on anybody else. Russell would call us too and tell us this is what I did today. I called this doctor. I called this congressman. I'm going to keep calling. I'm going to keep emailing to somebody to do something about it. That's what he did. So, I mean, if we can all, if others could take from him that, you know what, there's a man out here that doesn't mind standing with a woman and telling her, you know what, I'll fight until you get out. And he told me that many times. He said, I'm going to fight and I'm going to stand with Lisa T until she get out. And guys, he is her caretaker. He takes care of her. When she is resting, I text him, hey, Russell, how Lisa doing? He responds to me. He calls me, tells me what's going on. Sometimes when we waiting on her to get processed, he and I sat on the phone and we talked almost the entire time, because he didn't even leave her when she got processed when she got off the plane. He sat outside. He said, I'm not going anywhere. He sat outside, guys, and waited for her that entire time. He said, well, I'm waiting on Lisa, Marvin, so I'm going to talk to you till she come out. But Russell is an amazing guy. He's an amazing guy. And so I'm grateful that Lisa and he found each other. Lisa said, I want everyone to know from the bottom of my heart for all the love and support that each and every one of you have shown us, and the prayers and the motivation. Oh, Russell is saying that was a very big help to Lisa. This is coming from Russell. All right, guys. Share this live, y'all. Share this live. We want the world to stand behind Lisa Crowe. She has a hell of a story that needs to be told. And guys, let's let her know that we stand with her, that we love her, and that we're here for her. And that, you know, love will always, you know, supersede anything. Love supersedes medicine. Love, uh, you know, it's just, it does way more. I think we used to hear back in the day, they don't talk much about love, but they said, you know, how much power love has. So y'all, let's make sure that we know, let Lisa know how much we love and support her, guys. All right. All right, guys. Y'all have a happy Sunday, and thank you guys for joining us on this live.